As you see, we're in a little bit new environment here. We are over here at Iconic Automotive Detailing. Small little shop. They do some really good work in here, tints to, you know, buffing the paint, anything to make you shiny again. So we're in here doing a quick little upgrade. We're going to be doing a nice little upgrade to Red Rum this time. We got a few more trinkets to put on her. I got a bunch of other stuff that I got for her this year. So we'll be having other videos for that as well. But today I'm going to be doing an upgrade to her that is going to make her look a lot better, look a little bit newer, and it's definitely going to be a whole lot safer. So stick around, we're going to get into it. We're just getting set up here a little bit, but just wanted to give you the rundown of what we're doing, show you kind of the before, adjusting my shots. So I'll do this again. All right, so just wanted to show you real quick the before. Now, I already unplugged the light, and I'm too lazy to take it back out and plug it back in to show you, but everybody knows the little yellow, dim, you know, incandescent light that comes on there, and you know, it's not all that bright, but wanted to show you the side markers because those are going to be changing. So we're going to be doing LEDs and clear lenses for the front two signals. We're going to be doing the LEDs for the rear two signals, and we're also going to be doing an LED rear brake light, and we are also going to be using something a little special this time, something called a switchback LED light, which is going to give me white headlights while it's running, and then when I turn the signal on, the white goes out, the yellow starts blinking, goes back to white. So we're going to see how good that is. It might even act kind of like a light bar. I don't know. I'll see how bright they are and see, you know, I'm not expecting them to cast a whole lot of light down the road, but they should look pretty good. So we're going to get into it. First thing off is we got to get these yellow monstrosities off. All right, so before we get going, the best thing about this, besides it being affordable, cheap, it's not all that expensive depending on what light you get. The headlight really can vary depending on what you get, Daymaker, the adjustable kind, or if you just get the regular kind that I got and the bracket. And I'm going to show you all that. And I have everything that we're doing in here is going to have a link in the description so you can order it. It's going to be specific for a 02, I believe, to 09 Honda VTX and a lot of other ones. As you know, these lights are pretty common and standard. I can tell you now that if you're wondering, your front light bulbs are 1157s, the dual filament, and the rear ones are 1156, just a single. So they're not on when you're riding, only when you hit the brake light. So the best thing about it, as you see, is the main tool you're going to need is a Phillips head screwdriver. So we're going to get started with doing all these. We're going to start with the turn signal lights and get those changed out and take them off. And it's just a single Phillips head screw. The first thing is, like I said, you only need a Phillips head screwdriver. There's only one little screw underneath here that you pop out. And then once you get this, it's kind of like on a hinge. Kind of, well, opposite way actually. The bottom pulls out and the top hinge pulls back out like this. And then you have your light bulb inside. So these are what we're going to be replacing, and we got the new clear ones. I'm going to show you, and I believe we may have to use this metal thing, so don't let that go flying. I got the new ones. This is the old one that came off. This is the new clear one. It's going to be a lot brighter, and as you see, this is just the plastic. So what I'm going to do is pop this off here and put it onto here so it can catch the screw on the other side when you pop this in. Before I put the new clear ones on, I'm going to be putting in the LED lights, but I got the game changer. These are the ones that I was telling you about, the switchback lights. So these are going to allow it to be white when it's just running, and then when you put a signal on, it's going to be orange. So it's really simple. You just twist these out and put the new ones in. They look, I was wondering if they were a little bit taller. They are slightly taller than the other one, so I don't think it's going to be a problem fitting in there. I guess we'll see. It's the same way as the other ones. You just slide them in and come on, just slide them in and turn them on the axis there, lock them in. So right here is the hole. When you stuff this in, this goes into the back, and this is the screw that comes up and catches into this thing. and that's what holds it in place. Down the holes, and just I wanted to show you too, this is 1175, and it has the offset knobs on each side, and it has the two diodes here, so it can switch back and forth. Just real quick, I use Oxido. It's just, you know, they're not like a huge, you know, big brand. They're not expensive at all. You can find them on like eBay. They guarantee that they don't send back an error and a hyper flash. So that's why I like using them. I use them on my car as well because of that same reason. So we're going to put these in, and just to show you real quick, because this is what I was concerned about, of whether I could do the switchbacks in the rear here. You can't do the switchbacks in the rear because it's a single filament, and I'll show you when the other bulb comes out, but I can show you on these too. It's a single filament on the top, and these knobs over here are even. They're not offset. So it is 1156. They don't tell you this at the dealership when you call. They give you all this big, huge, long, you know, part number, but they don't tell you 1156 in the back, 1157s in the front. All right, so we got the rear ones on there. They're looking good. I really like the clear lens there. Pay no attention to that mangled plate too. So Jeff, hit that left one. Let's see how bright they are. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry to blind you like that. No, that is really bright. I don't know if the camera's really picking that up, but super bright. How about the other one? Yeah, those are much, much brighter than what the other ones were. A lot quicker flash and everything because they're LEDs. Awesome. Real quick, we still got a little bit of lights that are on right now, but I wanted to show you the headlight is not hooked up right now. It's not going to be shining. So this is just going to be the switchback lights that act as like a light bar. So I'm just going to, you know, let you see a little bit of what is shining against the garage door, if you can even see it. So that's with them on, and you can see there is a beam there, and it's not bad. It definitely casts a forward beam. It's not a huge amount, but with the light, it should be a nice addition. All right, so we're gonna move on to the headlight now. The headlight is a day maker, and I got a bracket that fits this bike specifically. You're gonna need a bracket if you don't buy the day maker that is the adjustable kind. Those ones are a little bit more, but they do have some that will fit with your existing bracket that's inside, and they'll become adjustable if you get that one. If you get the other one that's a little cheaper, you'll just need the bracket that fits for your bike, which I do have, and I'm going to show you. So we just need to take off the front cowl here, which is, again, a Phillips head screwdriver. There's a screw here, a screw on the other side here, and then a screw on the very bottom, and then this whole thing will tip out. So I got the headlight out, the whole assembly that comes off the front, as you see. It's just the front chrome cowl. And then you have the stock light that's in there in the back. So what we need to do is remove this, because like I said, I didn't buy the one that's adjustable. They do sell a day maker that's adjustable, and you can reuse these pins and kind of hook it right back up the same way and still use these adjusters. But I didn't get that. I got a bracket that fits my bike, and that'll just hold it in place. So that means you got to take this whole thing out, which means you have a Phillips head screw here and a Phillips head here, and this whole thing will pop out. So now I got that out of the housing. It's just empty in here, and what we're going to do is put the new Daymaker LED headlight in. It comes with an extra cord in case you have the different plug-ins. I have the 3-plug, so I'm just going to be using this, so I won't need that. So in order to put this on, you have to use the bracket over here. So it comes with 2 pieces with the bracket. This goes on the outer side, then your light goes in, and this traps it in. Make sure that when you're getting these brackets, you don't buy the cheap ones. This one has a tab, just like the old one had, on the bottom that fits into your the housing, the bucket, and holds it still. So you got to have that. So we start off by putting this ring here down in place, and we just take the Daymaker, and you want to make sure you got it in the right orientation. Looks like a little guy, the head, arms, and fat little legs. So that's the orientation I'm going to use. And you just slide it in there, and then this thing goes over top of here, obviously the flat bracket down, and screws in there. They even got some screws that came, some fresh screws that come along with this. Got this from SLK. Again, all of these are going to be in the description, so you'll have a link to all these exactly. So I'm just going to take these screws, put it in there, and tighten this up. And then when you're done, it sits in there, and it just shows that outer chrome ring that came with it. So from here, it's ready to just go right back into the bike. Well, from here, get your light in and all that, and you just got to line it up. Again, the tab that's right here that I mentioned is what goes into your bucket here, and that holds everything nice and secure, so you make sure it's in here. But before you do that, you just got to make sure that it is plugged in. So once you get it plugged in and everything, you just line it up, back up, and you put your 3 screws, one here, and one on the bottom, and you're good to go. I got everything buttoned up here. The turn signals and everything, the lights. We're going to give you a quick little shot here. Jeff, go ahead and hit the power. This is low beam right now, so they have slightly bluer look to the headlight than the side lights, but hit the high beams. Whoa, yeah, the high beam definitely are bright, but we're going to turn the lights down a little bit and let you see what it looks like against the wall. All right, so we turned down some of the lights here. Hopefully you can see. But wow, much bigger beam, straighter beam. Oh yeah. Let me give you a little rear. Let me get a signal on here. So definitely an improvement on both the looks, being clear against the chrome looks a heck of a lot better than the amber against the clear. So really bright in the back. Again, in the front, very bright too. And the switchbacks are awesome. Whoop, the horn works. Yeah, so much better. I can't wait to get out there in the dark now. And these front ones do add some more light. So I know what you're thinking. In the back here, we still got some disgusting red. Ugh, yeah, so let's get on with this. Let's change that up. That needs to be clear. This is the tail light. It's going to be a clear lens. It comes with it, and it has the LED panel that fits in with the contours of the inside instead of just the bulb. It's Bright 2 wheels. I don't know, first time using these guys, so I'm going to see how this one goes. And again, all of these things, I'm going to have all the links in the description. So if you got this bike, you can just go right there and get all of these. And it's affordable. It's not really too bad. I think it's under $100, but yeah, so we're going to get these in along with these, and it's just plug and play where the old bulb went in, and then put this over top. So it's a really easy installation. So in order to get this in, we got to take this off. And guess what tool we're going to use? A Phillips head screwdriver. So there's 2 of them, one right here, one right here, and then this lens should pop right off. Just remove each bolt. Just let stuff fly where it likes to be. Then pop this out. You're going to want to save this rubber trim. This is a water barrier here, so it keeps the moisture out. But other than that, if you can see, you have your bulb that's inside of there. So that is going to be removed, and I believe we have to remove this bracket as well. So we're going to get to that. In order to get this out, you need a little bit more room that this is taken up in this lip, because it fits together into the clear lens, and then it goes in. So you have to take this out. There's 2 screws, one here and one here. Okay, and this thing just slides out. This was just a reflective bracket in there to help out with the very unbright bulb. So instead of that, now you have this that's going to replace it. So this has the panel, and it has the 2 holes that fit over top of this here. Just fit it on there first, get it all the way down. It kind of clicks in place there, and you're just going to use this as your other bulb end, and plug it back in the same way the old one did, like that. So the rubber part, don't forget that. I got that off the old piece. It came out with the old piece, but it don't necessarily go back in with the old piece. So you just want to grab it. You should see like the general shape. And there's a ridge that goes around all of this bracket here. So you just want to start with the bottom right in the center and feed it back in all the way in that little gap there. And that's going to keep the moisture out. And then you can put this, just tuck in the wires, make sure you go under that loop or that little tab. Well, these bolts are looking a little rough, they're a little nasty, so I'm going to clean them up at a later date, but I'm just going to throw these back in here for now. Okay, let me just give a quick test, make sure that it works. Oh yeah, that's much better. Yeah, that's very LED-ish. Definitely brighter than the last one, or the regular bulb. Jeff, can you hit the brake? Let's see how it handles the brake light. Oh yeah, that's much brighter. Directly behind too. Awesome. So now that I know it's working and all that, I'm gonna tighten it back down. Yeah, the big difference in the back. But as you know, these are going to go. I'm going to be getting them on. They're going to look a lot better. They're not going to have a light in the back. I never really messed around with hooking these up anyway, so never took the time. But they're going to look good because this is going to be all black, so you won't have that, and we'll just be left with the chromed out. I got to say, the clear, like against the chrome, looks so much better. Even with this, the tail light here, such a big difference with the clear against the chrome. And of course, the front end just definitely looks better. The turn signals are so much brighter. The headlight now is so much brighter. It's going to be a lot more safe. I can see a lot better. I can blind Jeff now when I'm behind him. It'll be perfect. He won't be able to stand me when I'm in front of him because I'm so damn loud, and then now he won't be able to stand me behind him because I'm bright.
Because he rides high beams all the time.
Yeah, constant high beams.
High beams all the time.
For safety purposes, you know.
You won't need to
You understand.
You will not need to ride high beams all the time.
Do you think?
You can use them at nighttime.
Do you really think I'm going to let LED lights go to waste? Every light must be lit. Oh man. So this ain't the only thing. There's a lot more, upgrades that I got over the winter time. I got bored. Yes, I know, I've heard the comments, this is gone, this is going. So we're gonna have a fresh window. We're gonna have a fresh windshield on there that I'm gonna be putting on really soon. So that'll be freshened up. We're gonna get rid of all this garbage. And like I said, I have the bags that I'm going to be putting on really soon. So stay tuned for those videos. Definitely hit that like and that subscribe button, guys. I will see you on the next one. Peace.